Hi, everybody. This is Travis Clarke.
And I'm Matt Mrozek, and you are listening to The Unqualified Critic.
Nice. And tonight we went to another Regal mystery movie with a few of our friends Sarah, Jonathan, my dad, you, and I. And when the curtain pulled back, it was on a new release again, and this one was How to Make a Killing.
And now going in, we saw the director was John Patton Ford, and if you look at his resume online, the guy really hasn't written a whole lot, But honestly, we might have just witnessed, a heist of the century because this movie had no business being this good. I mean, it was a really good movie.
Yeah, and it kind of was a heist movie too, right?
It
And
was.
yeah. The cast I felt was pretty stacked for a movie like this, especially with a director that kind of hasn't really directed anything. But, we had Glenn Powell from Top Gun Maverick, Margaret Qualley from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Jessica Henwick from The Matrix Resurrections, and Topher Grace from That 70s Show.
And then you add like the seasoning, right? The legend Ed Harris from movies like
Yeah.
The Bear Abyss to Radio, and the King of Awkward Energy, Zach Woods from The Office and Silicon Valley. So it's kind of a wild mix of talent, a wilder plot. And right now, I guess we're about to break down why this mystery was actually a very entertaining movie.
Yeah, I thought during the middle of the movie when that Zach Woods character from The Office and Silicon Valley came in, he wasn't in the movie that long, but I felt that was kind of my favorite character. I felt, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was it was a good movie all around. Honestly, I don't think I've decided yet who my favorite character is.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it a little bit. Matt, what were your thoughts on it from kind of start to finish here?
I thought it was a super interesting plot. I thought it was basic at first, and then I thought they added a lot of good twists and turns in the movie. A lot of suspense. It was definitely thrilling. So and some good comedy too. So I thought it was a pretty good movie. I don't want to say too much on it because I don't want to spoil anything.
We were
But
just talking about this before we came on. It's like on the last couple reviews, we kind of like gave away the whole story, right? And I feel like doing that on this movie would kind of be a disservice, to the whole
definitely,
thing, right? But to
yeah.
summarize, right, the main character, he had started with him in a prison cell, and he was on death row, and he had a priest come and was talking to him, and basically the priest said, you have you only have 4 hours until you're going to be put to death, and so do you have anything to say? And then he kind of went on and just told the whole story of all these killings and how it happened, and then it kind of took you back to when he was a kid and when it all started. I thought they did a really good job of connecting the future, which was him in jail, to how he got there.
Definitely, and I guess we could say the gist of it is this guy is supposed to inherit money, to
Not
kind of
just
come from
money, dude. We're talking $28 billion.
wealth beyond
Yeah,
comprehension.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's the kind of like the gist of it, right? And then a whole bunch of stuff happens, and it's a good movie. I mean, what would you rate this movie, Travis? Out of all the ones we've seen for Monday Mystery?
This one, I felt like this one was one of the better movies that I've seen for sure. I felt there was like some suspense in this one. I felt like I caught myself laughing a couple times during the movie. How he did the killings or how he talked his way through them. I thought he did a pretty good job, of articulating that character, like the main character. What was the main character's name? I can't remember.
Honestly, I can't remember. It was Glenn Powell, but I can't
Yeah, the
remember what
Glenn
his name
Powell
was.
character. But he was kind of set to inherit a lot of money, but he was seventh in line, right? So in order
Mhm.
for him to inherit the money, he had to kill six other people, And the reason why he decided to start killing all of these people so that he could inherit the money is he felt that the main grandfather at the top had kind of done his mom wrong earlier in life, right? And so I felt like there was a little bit of revenge, but then he also wanted the money. And then I think after the first killing, I felt, it's almost like he's already went this far, right? He can't turn back anymore.
Yeah, he Forrest Gumped it.
Yeah, right. So
Made it this far, might
what
as
would
well
you
keep
rate this
going.
movie, Matt? What would you rate this one?
I would give this one a 4 out of 5. If 5 is my absolute best, I'd say this one was a solid 4 out of 5. I would recommend going to see it.
Yeah, and when the movie was over, I kind of stood up. I think I said it to Jonathan. I was like, "Man, that I thought that movie was really great. Like, I thought the acting was great. I thought the storyline was great. It kept me in the seat. Like sometimes I'll get up and go to the bathroom, or I'll get up and go to the concession stand, but I didn't want to miss anything because I felt it
Yeah,
would be maybe important to the storyline. So I sat there the whole time, right? For me, I
yeah, you
thought it was a
did.
5 out of 5. I thought this is definitely a
Nice.
movie that people should see. Our review of it tonight is a little bit shorter and a little bit different because we just simply don't want to tell you the whole story. All we can tell you is you need to get in your car and go watch this movie when it comes out. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I'd go see it.
Yeah. Well, hey, Matt, thanks for taking the time again to get on this call with me and review movies. You know, Matt and I are definitely unqualified critics, but I think we have a good eye for movies, and you should probably listen to what we say, right?
Definitely.
So, How to Make a Killing, it should be in theaters in the next couple of weeks. If you get an opportunity to watch it pre-release somehow, I would
Do it.
highly advise it. I think it's a great movie.
Yep, same here. So you got a 4 out of 5 rating and a 5 out of 5 rating. So
Yes, 4.5.
that should tell you should go to the theaters to go see it.
So 4.5 out of 5 is the average. Definitely worth going to see. All right, Matt, we'll see you next Monday.
All right, thanks for having me on here.